was just talking to Artie Lang in the commercials about how on the first Tyson Holyfield fight, he put down 15 grand on Tyson. And the bet was, it was such an odds-on favorite for Mike Tyson in the first fight that he could only win $5,000.
Betting 15.
Betting 15. He lost the 15.
Put up 15 to win 5. Yeah.
Nice. Do you freak after a day like that? I mean, 15 grand is a lot of money.
And he said he only had 16,000 in the bank.
Yeah, that was a bad day.
Have you ever been in Gamblers Anonymous?
No, I should do that.
You'll get around.
Well, not while you're gambling.
No, gambling is instant excitement, you know. If you're bored on a Tuesday night in February or something, you make a big bet on 2 teams you never heard of.
Hey, you in tomorrow on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, because I got a ton of stuff to ask you about. Like show business stuff, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow.
Anything you need.
Yeah.
By the way, what happened to Dave Chappelle?
Dave just showed up.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. Dave, come on in. The show's over, Dave.
Could somebody explain that thing?
While we're waiting for Dave, you got to hear this one. This is from USA Today. This is funny as hell. This is the best story of the morning. Okay. A 3-day rock concert in the Phoenix suburb of Clean Creek featuring REO Speedwagon, Steppenwolf, Kansas, and others was canceled when fewer than 400 tickets were sold. Is this a shock to anybody?
Whose idea was
Who closes that show?
Yeah, how could that, gee, no one wanted tickets to an REO Speedwagon, Steppenwolf, Kansas
3
reunion?
days of REO Speedwagon.
You gotta friggin' be kidding me. I mean, who put that lineup together? It turns out, I guess, are we on still in Phoenix?
I think so.
I guess it's one of our competing stations, I hope. Maybe it's our station. Are we on KSLX? Rockfest?
I don't know.
Are we on a classic rock station in Phoenix?
No, we're on KDEJ in Phoenix.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
We don't come up with these bad ideas.
Thank God for KDEJ.
No, sorry, it's KEDJ.
The Edge. Gotta be the Edge. EDJ.
EDJ, 106.3.
The Edge, right? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What are we, a talk station?
Hold on.
He's got to do some more research.
I got it right here. Take 2 seconds.
Now they got me on talk stations all over the place. FM talk stations.
The Edge, modern rock.
Oh, good.
Format.
Oh, cool. Great.
Modern rock. Okay.
Good. I love that. Love modern rock.
None of this Kansas and Steppenwolf.
Yeah. I mean, 400 people. But it's in USA Today. They're like, oh, my God, nobody showed up.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, the general manager goes, nobody was calling. We couldn't believe it. Said Sheila Barr, whose husband Larry was promoting next weekend's Rock Fest. We couldn't believe it.
What were they thinking?
I'm trying to think what REO song I want to hear.
Dust in the Wind is great live.
I want to keep on loving you.
Carry on my wayward son.
Carry on my wayward son.
I don't remember Steppenwolf. What did they do?
I wonder how those guys feel.
I remember REO Speedwagon. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you an REO song. You ready?
Hit me.
Keep on loving you, baby. It's the only thing I want to do is keep on loving you.
You had to be there, I guess.
Yeah, I've had REO. I've had REO Speedwagon. I've had Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon on, but
they were big when I was in high school.
Right.
I've heard of them.
Dave, you haven't heard of them?
I have heard of them, but, you know, black people, that's happening in a whole other thing, man.
That's another world.
That's great about the black race is that REO Speedwagon never becomes a big deal.
Yeah, you got to be proud to be black when REO Speedwagon is part of your life. That's good.
So no blacks were called.
I should have been black. No, actually, I went to an all-black school, so, like, I remember bringing in, like, Beatles records. The teachers at the school, my school was so bad. And, in fact, they just closed my school down or something. The state had to step in.
No, they didn't close it, did they?
They're thinking about it.
Where do people go to school?
They're thinking of, like, treating it like a prison now and having the state run it.
What do
yeah.
you mean like that?
It's just a bad place to grow up. So when I grew up there, the teachers couldn't teach us anything because everybody was very unruly. And now the school, they don't know what to do. They're thinking of just finding the 40 biggest offenders and throwing them out of school and putting them in jail or something. So
they're in their 40s now.
It's just a real bad school. It's a very, underprivileged area.
You need Joe Clark in there.
Joe Clark would get his ass beat.
They'd run Joe Clark out of town.
The kids were stabbing people in the parking lot. The math teacher got stabbed in the back. So here's the deal.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a bad school.
That's a bad school.
That's bad.
So the teacher, I remember one of my classes, the teacher said, look, I can't get anybody to listen. How about once a week, everyone can bring in their own records and you play for the class?
Now, what class was this?
I think it was my English class.
So it wasn't like a music appreciation class?
No.
It was a regular...
It was a
Just
regular
guy that
class.
didn't want to get stabbed.
Right.
Everybody brings some.
So they had a little phonograph up there. You know, schools have crappy equipment.
Right, and you're putting your long-playing records on the stupid thing with the little roll top.
So I just had my white people summer because my parents were sending me to a white people's camp to remind me that I was white. So for 6 weeks, I just come back from 6 weeks of living with white people, and the Beatles had just released Sgt. Pepper. So I bring in Sgt. Pepper. All the black kids are bringing in Temptations, Motown, James Brown, everything. And I was saying, gee, well, maybe I could turn everyone on to something new, because I learned something new. I brought this record. I started playing. People were throwing junk at me. Like, you know, like...
Sgt. Pepper.
Sgt. Pepper, get
Put on Sgt. Tabasco sauce.
Sgt. Pepper. Everyone was pissed. And they threw me out. That was it. It was not fun. So imagine I bring in REO Speedwagon.
Forget about it.
REO Speedwagon.
That's not going to work.
And Steppenwolf.
That's going to get you stabbed.
I'd go see Steppenwolf, though. I dig those guys.
What else do they sing besides Born to Be Wild?
That's it.
Oh, all right.
They got to do that for 3 days.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one right
What are the songs they sing, Fred?
Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh, Magic Carpet Ride.
No, you got to stay tuned for that.
Oh, I love that
know
song.
that song, but I
That
like
song
it.
rocks. I can
like to dream.
Magic Carpet Ride.
The Pusher was the other big one.
Hey, how about, I was watching that Paul McCartney special, you know?
Oh, it was on? I wanted to see that.
I have it on tape. I'll give it to you. But that's another show that makes me cry, man, because him and Linda had the best friggin' relationship you'd ever see.
And you don't aspire to that for yourself?
No. I know I can't do it, because I should have had that.
How did he meet her anyway? Like, how did
You know, he met her. He met her at like a. People thought like she was photographing him and stuff. Supposedly they met at a dinner party or something. He's saying, I think she was like a groupie, you know. But he felt
I
for
think
her.
he's changing history.
Yeah, he is.
Because she did photograph him before they started up.
And not only that, he's giving the interview to his daughter. He just wants to see your mom was a filthy groupie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It's not gonna go there.
Yeah.
But she had enough cash to run around in his circles, though.
She was a rich woman.
She came from Eastman Kodak.
That's right. No, that's
it was
wrong.
another Eastman family.
Oh,
Her
really?
father was a lawyer, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
That's a wild rumor that she was Eastman Kodak.
but I don't
If
know.
you're Paul McCartney, who's not a groupie?
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I
right,
mean?
the
He's
whole
so
world
big, it's
is
like,
your groupie.
yeah.
Well, anyway, this thing, they were playing a bunch of the songs that he did with Wings and that he did as a solo artist, and he had a lot of cool songs, man. He had a lot of good songs, even without the Beatles.
Yeah, but they were all wimpy.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe I'm amazed at the way I love you all the time. You know that song?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never heard it before.
That one didn't hit the black
But
community.
I remember Say, Say, Say with Michael Jackson.
That's a big one.
Really?
That was gay. That was gay.
Anthony and Ivory, you know that.
Ebony and Ivory go together with
Perfect.
harmony.
And while you're singing, I'm going to buy up your entire catalog.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
he
what?
sure did.
You know what song was cool too that I like McCartney? I wanna get high, high, high till the music stops. I like that song.
I never heard of it. I like it now.
And I like I don't know. I got to do a Paul McCartney.
Yeah, because all I can think of is Jet.
No, forget that. Suffragette. Jet.
Didn't you guys used to have that tape of Linda McCartney singing background?
We can't play it anymore.
Jude?
Even after she's dead, we
Yeah,
can't play
I started playing it after she died. Paul McCartney sent out like an injunction. You can't play it.
Paul McCartney, that's constitutional? He just won't let you play it?
I think he can play it, but you know, radio stations
Nobody
get so
wants
scared of lawyers that...
Piss off Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear this, Dave? Paul McCartney's wife was like in the band, you know, and she couldn't sing.
That's the funniest.
She couldn't sing or play, and they put her in front of a keyboard, and she'd hit one note.
But anyway, yeah, so somebody ISO'd her voice thing at concert. And she's like, na, 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 da, 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 da.
I wish we could play it for you.
Na, 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 na. Hey, Jude.
She is way off key.
Judy, Judy, Judy.
That will make you do anything.
Right. Put your wife in a band. Yeah, Larry. Larry.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
What's up?
This is Howard?
Yeah.
How you doing, Howard? I'm a teacher at Roosevelt. I was talking about it on the radio.
My condolences.
Good job.
Actually, it's the best job I ever had.
What?
It's actually the best job I ever had. I've been a teacher for 6 years.
Do you sell drugs?
Are you
No,
you
I
work
was
with
a
little
teacher in
kids?
New York City for 5
Hold
years.
on. Are you in the high school or the
Yeah, I'm in
elementary?
high school. I talk about you all the time because I listen to you. I've been listening to you since 1979.
Bro, you know that's a
What
dangerous...
do you teach?
I'm an art teacher. I'm the most popular teacher in school.
Yeah, because all you do is have the kids draw pictures.
And those are the kids that could probably draw. You know,
Yeah.
they give him the special kids.
But now,
No, I get kids to do. I get even the worst kids to do
Really?
it.
Yeah, but, bro, how hard is it? You go be a math teacher in Roosevelt.
I know the math teachers, and they're a little frustrated, but the school isn't as bad as you say.
They're getting
I'm
stabbed.
telling
I hope they are.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad place.
But, yeah, we have had teachers leave for various things. One guy got spit in the face, and he left right away.
That ain't
Stuff
bad.
like that.
Spit in
How
the
long
face.
have you been there?
those kids have
It's my
spirit.
first year, but I love it there. Last place I was in was in Harlem. And before that was Far Rockaway and East New York. And
I got a question for you. How come you can't get a job in any white schools?
I like teaching black kids.
You do?
It's fun. I grew up in
This guy's like Margaret Mead. I like teaching black
Studying
people.
other cultures.
He's going off to Africa or
They're a lot
something.
of fun, though.
But you're telling me in Harlem and wherever else you were, you couldn't even get the kids to draw.
I left these kids because they kept canceling the art program.
Right.
They can't read. What are they in the art for?
Yeah, right. You know what? Get everybody reading. Forget the art.
You should get them to draw letters.
Yeah. Hey, how about drawing the letter A?
And I mean, that's
A is
like,
for apple.
Right. All right, bro.
It's really the best job I ever had.
Well, good for you.
hey,
Good for
give
you.
all them kids a shout out for me.
Hey, tell them to go see Dave Chappelle. Where you playing? At the Toyota
At
Comedy
Carnegie
Club?
Hall, tell them come in full thug attire. I want to have some
All right.
brown faces at Carnegie.
Right. You don't want to.
Dave,
Huh?
Dave, I loved you in Half Baked, man. It was the best movie. I
See,
still
the
watch it all
art
the time.
teacher smokes weed. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
That's the
exactly.
best movie.
All right, take care, Larry.
Thanks.
Art teacher in Roosevelt, man. That's amazing. Yeah, John, what's up? Johnny boy.
Yo,
What's
Howard,
up? Yeah.
what's the deal with Kid Rock and Pamela Lee?
You don't know how that's pissing me off.
Really?
Wait, Kid Rock's dating Pamela Lee?
He's banging her all. There's reports of him dragging her into bathrooms and
In
banging
casinos.
her in casinos and banging her.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
See, that ain't right. That's just so.
That's terrible.
Wow.
See, I want that.
No, you don't.
No, I want that.
You're at the Derby.
Don't tell me what I want.
You could have that, but you settle down.
I'm sick of everybody telling me that I don't want Pamela Anderson in the bathroom. I know what I want.
You could have that.
I'm just not the kind of guy who knows how to make it happen, okay?
All right.
That's all. I want it.
Rock stars, buddy.
Rock
Yeah,
star.
that's it.
Rock star attitude.
They get it. Yeah, only a rock star can drag a woman in the bathroom and it's legal.
You know what? I was. Did
Let my black ass drag somebody in the bathroom.
You're getting
Fine.
arrested.
Yeah, why don't you drag a white woman into the...
Come here, Goldilocks.
But did you see the cover of the Post this past weekend? Mick Jagger's one-night stand, who wound up with a baby, is on the cover of the newspaper carrying Mick Jagger's baby around.
Yeah.
And they just have pictures of her, you know, and they watch her wherever she goes, and they say, well, the kid looks like Mick. Is he a chip off the old block? Said it's good to bang a rock star.
What does she look
Isn't it
like?
great? Isn't it? She's cute. Isn't
She's
it
a
great?
model.
Yeah, she's a model. Isn't it great? You go to journalism school for I don't know how many years, and then you get your first job at a New York City paper, and the front page is them following around Mick Jagger's
Love
One
shot.
night
one-night
stand.
stand.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
But that's your job. You got to
Yeah.
go sit and talk to her.
I know that baby's gonna freak out when he get to be my age.
Why?
Looking in them back papers, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, mama.
One night stand. You should have aborted me.
Oh, mama.
That's all we could do.
No wonder I'm screwed up. Too much.
Oh, my God.
How come you're here so late? What happened?
Oh, man, I had to catch a cab.
When a brother has to catch a cab, you got an excuse.
You got a good excuse.
How long did it take you?
I was a good 30 minutes on the cab this morning.
damn.
What for? Like, just to hail one.
Just to hail it.
And they all
Where are you
passed you.
staying?
I was in Soho. I'm staying in Soho. I got to go through an interrogation.
What'd they say?
First they ask you where you're going, then they ask you if you have money.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, white people don't believe that. Like,
I
they think
believe
it's
it.
something.
Hey, I used to drive a cab.
You used to
I
ask
know-
those
because-
questions.
Marty, you never picked up black guys, right?
No.
Of course not.
But remember, remember in D.C.,
Yeah.
like how the cabs in D.C. don't have meters, they have zones.
Right.
Remember this so that
Yes.
they can pick up other people on the way.
Right.
That's how I know how cab drivers feel, because they'd stop for people and he'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the backseat with this dude.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it could be fine, my friend.
Right. Now you're my friend.
Yeah.
So it took you 30 minutes, and the guy interrogates you and says, hey, show me your money and stuff.
Yeah, well, no, it didn't get to the show me your money. But, you know, the thing is, all right, after 20 minutes into it, you be so mad that you look aggressive. And so you look even scarier.
Right.
Come on, open the camp door, man. You know.
It's not helping your cause.
Right, so he ain't going to let you. Now he definitely ain't going to let you.